But this is something I do know. You say a man might be feminine. I know somebody, they went to prison, man, they buffed up, working out every day. I said, man, how did you let them break you down like that?
Wow.
He put his head down. He said, you can't beat the whole mob.
Wow.
Would you say that's true, that you can't beat the whole mob?
Well, I can say this. I can say that is true, but the mob has rules against rape. The mob don't rape.
Yeah.
That's one of the rules, both of them. You know what I'm saying? Both of the mobs. You don't rape, you don't forcibly take nobody's manhood. That's law. And that's what I'm upset about when they start breaking these organizations down. That's something that you can't do. You'll get seriously violated for forcibly taking a man's manhood. You can't do that.
I don't know. You know what though?
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's, you know what, the weak ones, they will take his manhood. I'm talking about if you walk into prison and they know that you're weak,
mm-hmm.
they will. I believe. I'm not going to say how I know that, but mm-hmm. I'm going to leave that alone. But they will take your manhood. You don't think so?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying forcibly. When a man has decided I'm a man and that's what's happening, yeah. And he's in the cell and he's faced with 2 or 3, you understand me, 2 or 3 guys, you know, that's a violation if y'all trying to take this brother's manhood. That's what the mob is about. You see what I'm saying? We can't allow you to take no man's manhood like that. That's inhumane. That's savage. We don't get down like that. But if you in a conversation nightly, listen to what I'm saying. If you in a conversation nightly, each and every night, where a man is coming at your manhood, you know what I'm saying? And then at some point or time, you let that thing go. Nobody can say anything.
I mean, what can a young boy that decides to pull a trigger expect if he's not affiliated with no gang once he go into prison? I already know but go ahead. What can he expect?
That's bad. First of all, when you was on the streets and you decided to pull the trigger, you should have been affiliated with something ahead of time, because as you go in the state of Illinois, if you go in the penitentiary system and you're not affiliated, normally for safety reasons, brothers are join Latin Kings, because Latin Kings have an in-house policy where when you come to the door, you can become a Latin King. Now you can see black Latin Kings, you can see Mexican, whites, you see Latin Kings, you understand me, of all affiliations, because they have an in-house policy of accepting you, as soon as you come through the door, whether you're affiliated or not. Growth and development doesn't do that. The Vice Lord brothers don't do that. They have to recognize you as somebody that used to be with them on the streets in order to bring them in. I don't know. I think the brother Corky Mack said that's bullshit. Yes, they will take your manhood. Where you from, brother Corky Mack? Because we don't do that in Illinois.
Man, they will believe me, brother. You know what? I can tell you some things about Statesville, but you know what? I don't want to say it. Biggie. I'm just gonna say the name Biggie. Okay, but you know what? I can tell you some things about Statesville prison. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So why is it important that a young man respect his mother and respect his father? And there's so many men that don't respect their mother and father, but when they go to prison, they follow orders. Why is that?
Well, when you go to prison, you're gonna follow orders right off the bat because your life is in danger. Mm-hmm. When you go to prison, you're gonna follow orders. Or else you're not gonna make it out of prison, and as far as them not respecting their mother and not respecting their fathers, that's a shame. That's despicable. If you don't respect the womb that you come from, then you don't respect yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have any self-respect, then what does that amount to?
Do you think it's a situation where sometimes the parents are blamed because they try to be their child's best friend? And when you try to be your child's best friend, your child or the person that you're raising, they they lose some type of respect for you. You start drinking with them. You start smoking with them. You start saying, do you think that's an aspect that's involved?
Well, you can't tell people how to raise their children. You know what I'm saying? You definitely can't do that, but that's not something that I would do. Even if I did get drunk, you know what I'm saying, or I was a drunk, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't drink with my son. But if I did smoke, I wouldn't smoke with my son. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that.
Corky Mack say he was in Statesville, brother. I used to work in Statesville.
He said he was in Statesville. That's good.
Corky Mack. Yeah, Statesville.
What year, brother Corky Mack? What year was you in there that you seen brothers getting raped by the mob?
I don't know if it was B West or B East, brother. But
you was in the row houses. You was in the circle houses.
No,
you was in the octagon.
I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna say the name. You know what? I can say the name. Now he's dead. You ever hear Big Low?
Yeah, I know Big Low.
And brother,
yeah,
I can tell you some stories.
Big Bobby Low.
Yeah. I can tell you some stories, brother. So when I listen to somebody say your manhood can't be taken, your manhood could be taken, brother.
Yeah. Now look. When I say this, see, the question was the mob. That was what I was defending. The mob. I'm not talking about now. Big Low is a big fella, and he's powerful. Now let me tell you what. Let me tell you this.
No disrespect to Big Low. That was his thing.
I mean, let's just say this. He in respect of him, he would lean on you like that. But there are people that I know that he didn't get. You know what I'm saying? A couple of brothers that I know them personally that he didn't get because they was real men. Let's say, okay, well then I'm not doing that, so I'm gonna walk myself. I'm going to say it. I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? But you can't say the mob was doing that. That's what he was doing. You understand what I'm saying? I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, man. Horrifying, man. But like I say, I don't believe that you can. I don't believe that your child or young person could be your best friend. I believe they lose some type of respect for you at some point. They do. And it's sad. You're not really preparing them for the world when you tell them to do something and they say, right, I'll do it in 5 minutes. But that's not when I tell you to do something. See, I look at it as, what advice would you give to a young lady that is raising a child by themselves and they don't have a male role model for that young man to look at? Because you know what? I believe in most cases, a woman cannot raise a boy into a man. In most cases.
You getting ready to have all the ladies upset with you, boy.
No, you hear what I said? I didn't say in all cases.
Right.
In most cases. Do you agree with that?
Well, we both of us are of the Islamic persuasion, and you know what we believe. That ain't no question. It takes a man to raise a man and a woman to raise a woman. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's how we believe. But other people don't. They don't believe like that. Me and my son, I would never. This is my bloodline. This is my flesh of my flesh. I wouldn't allow his mother to raise him. You know what I'm saying? He's got to go with me. My daughter, she can go with you. But he's got to go with me.
Alhamdulillah. So, brother, tell us about the event that is, you say what? Because we're going to share this. I'm going to post this again on Facebook, on YouTube, and I hope that you post it on your media. And you know what? Tell us about the event that is coming up in terms of the future. What can we do to help and aid and assist Brother Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford and Larry Hoover? What can we do?
Well, there's an event coming up, the benefit concert, December 9th.
Okay.
December 9th in Los Angeles, California, Los Angeles Coliseum. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a concert again. You understand me? By Ye. and Drake coming together, and this is for the support. Also, if you're not with that, I want you to, if it's Facebook or whatever, Google Free My Father, you know, and get on board with that, with my brother's campaign. You understand me, to free his father, you know. Or you can take just Google Larry Hoover Enterprise. You know what I'm saying, and follow some of the things and get the info for LarryHooverJr.com. You know what I'm saying, and become involved in that way. Therefore, you know, your help can go directly, you know, to freeing Mr. Larry Hoover.